Hi Pixies and welcome back to my channel. I'm Minxie and today we are going to be doing something really fun. I'm standing in front of the museum and a cute little fountain because that's all I was thinking about, a fountain in front of the museum. So I just have to explain really quick. See what had happened was Stitch's yard ended up being way bigger than I anticipated. So it wouldn't have, so the original idea for the museum would not have worked out in the first place. So I could have just extended Stitch's yard all the way back like I kind of wanted to, but it's fine. It's fine. These are the lessons that we must learn. So I ended up adding like just a little back section to Stitch's yard. Like you can't access this area through his yard. There will be an incline there later on in the video. But basically, it's just going to be like a museum, like cafe kind of area thing that I have in mind. Cause like I think I said it in a couple videos ago that I don't have any like places to like eat, sit down, like have a picnic or whatever. So that's going to be one of the places. And I specifically got a stone code for the museum because I don't know, the museum makes me think of stone. So I got this really bright gray, beige, white path that I really like. And I had it like, I'm going to bring it around that pretty little fountain. My brain is not braining today. I'm so sorry, you guys. But I really just overall like how the museum looked. But you know, obviously, I just feel like I need to add more pumpkins. I feel like no matter how many spooky items I place or whatever, it's just never enough. And I don't know why my brain does that, but I do think that this area turned out really well. I had to improvise because I was planning, like, guys, the build I had in mind was it was going to be a sunken museum surrounded by mushrooms of all types, the mush partitions, mush stools in every color. And it was going to be like mush lamps, and it was just going to be mushroom city with cedar trees and cherry blossom trees. It was just going to be really big and really extravagant. But I think that kind of big and dainty work just as well. And I have no regrets at all about how this build turned out. And I didn't even think I was gonna finish this video today because I was up all night last night, and I don't know why I was awake all night last night. Like I went to bed at like 11. Like I did actually fall asleep, but then I woke up at 1 and was just up until like 5:30 this morning. So yeah, I was exhausted. I didn't wake up until around 2. So that's kind of how that went. And I was like, dang, I'm actually gonna miss a day. But no, I didn't. And you guys, I also washed the dishes today. I'm celebrating my little victories. I washed the dishes today, and I'm gonna make spaghetti for dinner tonight. Come on. I love it when things work out. And if you hear squeaking, that's my chair. I'm so sorry. But I am celebrating my little victories because hey, usually when I'm up all night, actually, like I was up all night for no reason. Thankfully, I wasn't in pain or anything like that. Me and my friend were just awake for no reason. So yeah, I feel bad for him because he's gonna be at work today, but he's gonna come home to some nice hot spaghetti, and we're gonna have a good night. And yeah, so I guess all that to say, just celebrate your little victories, no matter how big or small your task is. If you finished at least one thing on your to-do list today, or if you didn't finish anything on your to-do list, but you did, you know, take a second to breathe because you were feeling overwhelmed and you had to recenter yourself and ground yourself, good job. You know, because that is in itself a little victory, especially when you're dealing with anxiety and all the other stuff. Okay. It's like if you can just take a second and breathe just so that you can continue with your day, that's a victory. So don't forget to celebrate your little victories, and don't feel bad about celebrating your little victories because they're your little victories, right? Cool. So, yeah, like I just, weirdly enough, I'm not actually super tired at the moment. I'm a little, I don't know what the word is, but it's like a word that's not exactly tired, but kind of tired, but I'm somewhere in between. But I'm actually in a really positive mood today. I feel like everything is going pretty okay, you know, like nothing is inherently bad about the day. And again, little victories, okay? And the fact that I finished this build in like an hour and a half, honestly, again, little victories. I'm very excited about my little victories. So today is little victory day. I'm just I'm just saying. And it's raining and gloomy, and I'm in such a good mood. Is still really impressive because I do get affected by gloomy weather really easily, which is why I'm a little worried about this winter, seasonal depression on top of the regular depression. It's not fun, but it is what it is. I actually was just so concerned about like laying the path because I don't know, like, again, I'm always like, oh, maybe I should have gone with the pink path because this build is right next to the carnival. I wanted this area to feel open, but I wanted it to feel like a separate section because right on the right of the build is the carnival. So like I really wanted this to feel like its own separate area, but also I wanted it to feel cohesive, like it's still bright, fun, and inviting. And like I still wanted to have the like when you go on, you can hear the music from the carnival and stuff like that. But again, to have this own separate little area going on, which I think I accomplished really well. And also, when I was going through my storage shed, I realized I didn't have a single glowing moss pond, and I was like, how do I live my life without a glowing moss pond? I know that this is a pastel Halloween island, but let's be for real. I like a glowing moss pond just adds so many nice things to the area. It just adds a nice little touch, and I feel like if it's a Halloween island, I feel like I can get away with that, right? So I was supposed to use those plaza benches in the carnival, but there wasn't actually enough room. So I was like, well, I could just add it in front of the fountain and it's going to look really cute. And it did. And it did look really cute. And I also was like, maybe I can add more trees to the area, which I'm still debating about adding some more trees. But I did, like I said, I wanted it to feel open. So I feel like the only place that I can put the trees are on the second tier of the museum when I finally get the cafe done. I'll have some trees, like some peach trees lining the back with some with those cute little either I'm gonna go for the vertical board fencing, the lattice, or the simple wooden fencing. But I think I'm leaning towards the lattice fence because I feel like that's just another way to differentiate the area. And I still also have to do the peninsula. I was going to put the campsite there, which I still think is the only place I can put it. But I was wondering if I should terraform and then put the campsite on top of it. But, honestly, the lazy part of me really doesn't want to do that because the only way you can access the campsite on this side of the island is to go through the beach. So I feel like that's me leaning towards decorating the beaches in lieu of decorating the villager homes, except for the villager exteriors, which I still have to do. But I don't want to do villager interiors. I just don't. The whole thought of it just seems so taxing, and you guys already know I hate doing villager interiors, but I don't mind doing the exteriors. So I think I'll do that and then maybe decorate a beach or two. But if the island keeps progressing the way that it's progressing, I feel like I will finish early. So I won't make a decision about the homes yet. And like if I still have a few days to get the villager homes together and the beaches, then I'll do that. But if I don't, then I'll just do the exteriors and then do the beaches. But I feel like the beaches are going to get done either way because I'm kind of playing with some ideas. And since the peninsula is basically on the beach, it feels weird to just have one decorated section and not just do all of it. So that's where I'm at right now. And I did go to a treasure island and get some extra pumpkins and stuff because I keep forgetting that just planting pumpkin crops around the island is also an option. I don't always have to go for the spooky items to fill in that need for pumpkins. But I did do both here. I did plant a couple of loose pumpkins. I think they were the white color, and I think I planted one orange somewhere, but I honestly can't remember. And then I think I opted for the spooky, what do you call it? The spooky lantern set, the one with, it's like the hay bed thingy, but with the pumpkin, that. And I think that is the spooky lantern set, but please correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know. So that's where I've kind of been floating in my head. And honestly, I will say at this point in the challenge, it is getting harder and harder to think of ideas for like the build, which is why I was thinking I might just do a regular, like not a let's play, but just another like this and that, where I clean up and at least get the foundations of like where I want certain houses to go, because I have to work out the villager neighborhood. I have 7 houses that I have not placed. So that's actually a first for me. I've never actually done that before. I know that for a fact. Usually I would have at least 5 homes placed, but I don't have any homes placed because I had the idea to put them all in one area. So yeah, I'm not gonna say that I'm not stressed about it, but I am, especially with an odd number of villagers, which I feel like one villager is I'm gonna have to find another spot for a random villager. But I know that I want 2 houses at the base of the bunny twins cliff thing on the double bridge. I want another moment like that. I think that'd be really cute. I was thinking about also just building another tier and having villagers be on that tier. And like, I don't know, I would really just have to figure out how to map that area out, because I can't do anything else with it. Or I would have to bring the bunny twins yard down a bit, like block off their section with fencing or something, so that like you'll have to go around to access their area. And then honestly, I'm in the mood for something sunken, but I don't think I have enough space for a sunken pathway. But I think it'd be so cool to do like a double sunken pathway of some type and have villagers on each tier. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that. So these are just things that I've been thinking about. But I feel like if I can't do any of the ideas that are floating around in my head on this island, I'll just do it on my Nutcracker Island, because I am in love with this double tiered sunken pathway idea that I have. That's a really big build, so I don't think I'm gonna have the space to do it on here. But can you guys imagine the entrance of like a winter fairy core island that's like separated into 4 parts, and each part has a different sector, like flowers, and one has like a carnival, the other one is just snowflakes, and the other one is candy, like, and you're walking through this giant sunken pathway that leads you through like a field of flowers, and then it leads you towards the land of candy. And it's just like, that's where my brain is at right now. I want to build big, but I can't. And I hate when my brain does this, because that tells me that I'm just about like, I'm getting close to, I'm over this build. I'm over it. I want to do something else now, you know? And at the same time, I'm like, this build is so fun. I'm having a good time. Like, I'm loving everything about the island. Like, I'm actually, since I've been running around on the island off camera too and hanging out with the items, I'm starting to warm up to the white spooky trees. I'm starting to warm up. I'm still not a big fan of them, but I am starting to warm up. Like, I don't have a visceral repulsion when I use them anymore, which I feel like that's like a weird way to have exposure therapy or something. I don't know, but that's where my brain is at. And you guys see Rodney, he was bothering me. And he kept showing up, and I want him to leave the island actually, but I haven't replaced him with anyone yet because I'm still not sure who I'm replacing him with. That's another thing I need to get on. I really need to go through my amiibo book and figure out what the heck is happening with these villagers. Even though I do like Rodney, I know I'm starting, like, he grew on me, but I just didn't like that he was bothering me. So I did trap him, just so you guys know. He's gonna walk back. You see him walking back? Yeah, I trapped him. Since he wants to be over there so bad, that's where he lives now. That's where he lives. He'll respawn somewhere else, but that's where he lives. Since he wants to be over there so dang bad, now he's trapped. Is it mean? Yes. Do I feel bad about it? Actually, yeah, I actually do feel bad about it. And like, I haven't turned off the game yet, so I think I might free him because I do feel bad. But like, he was in the way. Like, does anybody else do that? Does anybody, like, when there's a villager that won't like go away, you kind of just build them into a corner or fence them in and just stare at them while they're stuck and contemplating their life choices? Is that just me? Am I insane? Okay, it's fine. I'm okay with being insane. But I really liked this little section, this little corner of the build that I did, because As you guys know, I am building just a regular farm island that I've been playing mostly like off camera if I do have time to like run around on that island a little bit. And to make the TikTok gods happy, I do have to stream once a week to keep my like monetization stuff active. So I'll be on there for like an hour or two just running around the island, and I love it so much, but like I'm sad that I can't dedicate more time to it. So I felt like this build was just a little nod to that island, and it just makes me miss it. So I can't wait to get back on that island and finish it, because it's pretty much, well, it's not pretty much done, but it's pretty much close to being done. And I can't wait to show you guys that island. Like, it's a true fall island, and I just wanted to have at least one, because I've never done like a true fall island. Like, I've done islands in the fall, but that wasn't the focus of the island. This particular island on my other island is a true fall farm, and it's super rustic and super cute. There's apple trees everywhere. I have a bunch of cuties on that island. I really need to remember to post pictures to show you guys what's going on that island, because I don't have the time at the moment to like film a video and like give you guys a complete walkthrough of the island yet. But as usual, when I work on other islands off YouTube, I will definitely share the dream address with you, film an island tour, so that you guys will see it. But yeah, that just made me really sad that I can't be on that island at the moment, but also not sad because I'm on this island, and this island is definitely right up my alley. And it's a lot of fun. I would have thought, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Words are hard. That I would have had an easier time with this kind of build, because I've done stuff like this before. Like, I've done themes like this before, but I don't know. It was just really hard for me not to default to flowers, because I started doing it on the other side, on the left side of the build just now in the video. I started using a bunch of flowers, and then I had picked up a green mum, because at that time I was like, I really cannot rely on flowers on this island, even though flowers are a good way to take up space. I really want to get out of the habit of relying on flowers when I need to fill in a section. So I started forcing myself to use the custom codes more, and going into my storage shed to see exactly what I have, what can fit there. And then by the time the build is over and I'm looking at like empty, or like the empty spots, I'm like, oh, I could add this item, and I can add that item, which are things that I do like after everything is said and done. But I just want to be sure that I keep saying this, but I want to make sure that I'm staying true to the theme. Now, not saying that Pastel Islands that happen to be in October and our Halloween islands don't need a lot of flowers, but I feel like those themes need a lot of pumpkins and just a lot of honestly, I went for peaches, but I feel like it might have been a little bit easier if I went for apples, but it's fine. It's fine. I remember specifically not wanting apples because of my other island. But, I think I got, what was it? Oranges, I think. Yeah, I think it was oranges. But I just swapped out all the fruit trees, so it doesn't matter anyway. And any opportunity to use that moon DIY is a good opportunity, I think. I just wish that we could customize the color of the moon. Like, if they let us change the color, it would be pink or yellow or even orange, like a orangey yellow, like the harvest moon is around this time of year, like that really big, bold yellow moon. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, I look forward to that moon like every season, like every year, because for some reason the yellow moon in October just hits different. It's different. I'm pretty sure it happens all year, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't look at the sky enough to notice. But I always notice in October when I'm outside at night and the moon is yellow. It makes me so happy, especially when there's thin wisps of clouds going past the moon. It's so perfect. And then I half expect to see a witch on a broomstick fly by. But one time I actually did see a shooting star go across a yellow moon, and that was fun. I was really excited about that. There's just something really magical about October, and scary, but we all know what that reason is, but the magic is what I focused on. So at this point of the build, I remember specifically thinking if I should fill in this this gap between the Going Moss Pond and the rest of the build. I was thinking, because there's the cliff on the right that has the Ferris wheel on it. I was wondering if I should bring the path to connect it, but actually I'm not sure. I was also debating on whether or not I should put a bridge down, but again, I'm not sure. So I was like, I don't understand how the bridge is going to even make sense in that area. So I just decided to leave it mostly blank for now until I can figure out what I should put there. I was debating on putting a villager home there. That might actually solve a lot of problems, but the area is already cluttered enough. So it's probably going to be one large transition area with a bunch of forests and paths that like just snake its way through between the trees and stuff. So that is just where I'm at right now. And before the video wraps up, I started to like take pictures of the actual like build. Like it looks really cute, right? But I did feel like it looked just a tad bit empty, and I was thinking like, what else can I add to this? And I had a windmill that I was trying to make work somewhere else, and it just wasn't working. But it looked really, really good there, and I just like it. Like, look how it turned out, you guys. I even like the close up, not the close up, what is it? The POV camera. Yeah, the POV camera of it. It's just so cute with the windmill and everything. Now, I feel like I could add other things, obviously. Like, I think I might start dropping pumpkins on the floor or candy. Yeah, that's what I think I should do. I should drop some candy and find some more candy codes or something to drop on there. But that is the video, and I hope you guys liked it. I will see you guys at the end. Okay, everyone, and that is a wrap on today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. So the section in the back next to the museum that I showed you guys in the beginning of the video, that's going to be taken care of off camera, I think. Only because I made it. I know that I want a little cafe to go there, but I honestly don't have anything for it because I just realized that I don't have any iron garden tables, and I really want some of those. And I just have to get some extra chairs and stuff to make it the way I want it to. So I'll just do that off camera another time. I have to run and do some adulting at the moment. So that's what's going on. I will see all of you guys tomorrow for the next video. Hopefully I have a better idea, but I literally just have to clean and start working on the villager neighborhood. So that's probably what tomorrow's video is going to be. I don't know. So I will see you guys then. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I will see you later. Bye.